Hi guys! Today I'll be showing you how to make custard cake. These are all the ingredients that we need, but I'll show you the exact quantity as we move along. This is a type of cake to make for those people who don't like icing. So we need to do 4 steps, but this cake is really easy to make. First thing we need to do is to make the caramel. So put 1 cup of granulated sugar into a heavy baking saucepan. But in this video, I'm using my baking pan directly. So just over a low heat, melt the sugar. Don't stir it first. Just let the sugar melt on its own. At this point, we can start mixing. It's up to you how dark you want the caramel to be. But keep in mind that the darker the caramel is, the bitter it is. So I go with light caramel. This is now ready. We can now turn off the heat, set this aside, and then we will move on to the next step, which is making the flan. Milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 6 eggs. Just crack my egg, then add the 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I'll just mix this. You don't need to use electric mixer for this because you don't want any air coming through this, so that the flan will be smooth. Then add a teaspoon of vanilla, then add the condensed milk, and then finally the evaporated milk. Now just mix this thoroughly. Just make sure that the sugar is well dissolved. Alright, this is now ready. Now we're gonna pour the flan into the caramel. And then we will set this aside while we make the chiffon cake. The ingredients that we need for the chiffon cake or sponge cake, first part are 1½ cup of cake flour, 6 egg yolks, 1/2 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of lemon rind, 1/4 cup of milk, and 1/4 cup of water. Add the water and milk mixture, set aside. Then add the sugar into the egg yolks. Mix it well. Then add the water milk mixture. This will serve as our wet ingredients. Then combine the flour and the baking powder. Set this aside. Then onto the wet mixture, add the lemon rind. Then finally add the dry ingredients. Mix this well until they are all well combined. Set this aside. For the meringue, we need 6 egg whites, a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and half a cup of granulated sugar. So add 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar into the egg whites. Beat this until it becomes frothy. Then gradually add the sugar. Make sure that your bowl and your electric mixer is free of any fat, or else the meringue won't work. So continually beat this until it's glossy and it reaches the stiff peak stage. Just like so. See, when I lift it up, it's not going anywhere. This is ready. So now we will gradually add the egg whites or the meringue into the butter. Do this by using a folding method, just like what you see that I'm doing here. I'm just folding the meringue into the butter. Do this very carefully so that you will not knock out all those airs that we make for the meringue. Okay, this is now very light and airy. Once you've thoroughly mixed this, we will move on to the next step. Get the flan mixture. And just combine it with the flan, just like so. Bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for about an hour. Check in the middle if it's dry using a toothpick. You need to make a steam while baking this. This is my setup. I've got a baking tray with hot water underneath, and then on top is my cake. Halfway through baking, I placed a foil on top so that the top will not burn too quickly. About 30 minutes of baking. So this is what it looks like after baking. Let it cool down completely before unmold. To unmold, just wrap a knife or spatula on the sides of the pan, and this will come off easily. Use a plate on top and then flip it upside down, and ta-da! This is our custard cake. This is our finished product. And then just to show you what it looks like when you cut it. So yummy. Give them a try. Thank you for watching. Bye!